Hello, my name is Tim White. I'm the winemaker at Arizona Stronghold. I've been in Arizona since 2007. I had been working at a winery in Southwest Virginia, and I felt like I wanted to come out west to pursue my winemaking career. And at the time, I felt that place would be Oregon due to a Pinot Noir fascination at the time, which I still suffer from. Um, I was looking at wine classifieds pretty frequently back then, looking for anything that would come up in the West. And I was actually I was sent emails for anything that became available. And one random day, I happened to see a position available for the assistant winemaker at Page Spring Cellars, and I was very geeky about reading about all up and coming winemaking regions in our country and around the world. And so I was familiar with this area. Specifically, I read about Wilcox, the viticultural efforts going on in Wilcox and Elgin and Sonoyta. I had read about Kent Callaghan and his history in Arizona. So it was seemed like a pretty interesting possibility. So after some phone calls and emails, I was invited out to interview for the position of assistant winemaker at Page Spring Cellars. And after a couple days visiting here and spending time at the winery, I was offered that position. And it didn't take me long on my flight back to Virginia to decide that I would accept the position, and it seemed like a place that I wanted to be. So fortunately for me, I came out soon after, a couple months after my initial visit and interview, and I started working at Page Spring Cellars. I worked there for I think it was 8 months while we were kind of developing what Arizona Stronghold was going to be. And the intention was for me to spend time there, being the assistant winemaker, with the idea of me eventually transitioning over to be the winemaker at Arizona Stronghold. Um, we all of this was in the conceptual stages when I first moved here. Nothing was carved in stone yet, and it was just all a bunch of ideas. Um, so I helped make and solely blended our inaugural vintage of Arizona Stronghold, which was 2007, and it was the Arizona Stronghold Tazi, Nachis, and Mangus. And I got to we kind of had a model for what those wines were going to be, but I actually got to blend them and kind of create what they were going to be from that point on, which is a lot of fun. So anyway, yeah, I've been here. We moved into a winery, an old furniture manufacturing facility that we converted into a winery in Camp Verde, and for the harvest of 2008, and we've been there ever since. So that's a little bit of a brief history about me and my time here in Arizona so far. Thanks for listening.